Welcome to Last Mile Learning, brought to you by the Transportation Business Academy.
Welcome to the first podcast episode of Last Mile Learning, brought to you by the Transportation Business Academy and eTruck Biz. My name is Ben Wheel, and my co-host is Mike Gear, who's our training coordinator at the Academy and a business coach with eTruck Biz. This episode is an introduction to how we've designed this one-of-a-kind training program specifically for small transportation companies, primarily in the FedEx Ground and Amazon delivery space. One of the concepts to this new venture was creating a standardized way to certify that a manager, or a BC as they're known in the FedEx Ground world, has received training that will prepare them for success. There are 4 tracks that each include 2 learning modules. So, Mike, let's talk about these tracks and what value attendees will receive for attending each. Let's start with leadership.
Well, it all starts with leadership. And at the Transportation Business Academy, that's really the first tracks we'd like to get somebody into and then learn through those modules. Leadership can help you in obviously all aspects of the operation. There's 3 real takeaways that our leaders will get after they come out of the operations. First of all, they should see more specific goals. So we're going to talk about goal setting and how to really achieve the things that are most important in the operation. The second of all, we'll do the learning leadership styles like situational leadership, which is a specific way that leaders can match their style to an employee or a team member's readiness level. That will help to decrease frustrations within the BCs or the operators. This in turn will also lower turnover. So that's what we all want at the bottom. The bottom line is to have lower turnover, keep our drivers happy, and keep our employees happy. That's what we're going to gain out of the leadership modules in the first track of the TBA.
I tell our viewers why we chose situational leadership for our leadership training.
Situational leadership is a method that's been used over and over with lots of companies, including FedEx and FedEx Ground. They use situational leadership to train their supervisors and their leaders. I went through the certification process this fall so that I can teach situational leadership and bring that same sort of tried and tested method of really matching a leadership style to a team member's readiness level. And it's very effective, and it's been used across the board in a lot of different companies. And we think it'll be very effective in your organization as well.
Excellent. All right. So to sum up the value to our leadership track, it's about lowering driver turnover, decreasing frustrations for the BCs, and increasing efficiencies, which gives the owner more profit to reinvest into their business, correct?
Absolutely. More specific goals lets them achieve those goals quicker. It also lets them have more time and more money to either reinvest in the business or other aspects that they may be interested in. Also will lower the frustrations of their BCs and their operators. And then a big factor, good leadership lowers driver turnover.
Excellent. All right. So that's track 1. Let's talk about track 2, systems and processes. Tell our viewers a little bit about systems and processes if they want to attend those modules.
Well, those 2 modules get into kind of the back end and the admin of running a successful transportation company. It teaches how to create some bench strength within your drivers by putting together really strong training programs so that they're doing the right thing out on the road. It also tells them how to monitor and audit their payroll to stay out of a payroll audit from FedEx, which happens a lot, especially this time of year. And then to learn some technologies and some systems and some processes that will help them increase their time that they can spend on other things. So it helps them be more efficient in their work day in and day out. A lot of those are inside the eTruck Biz platform, and we like to show all that to them and give them an opportunity to really increase their efficiency and give them more time outside of the business to put into other aspects.
Okay, excellent. So more free time, stay out of trouble with their audits, and create driver bench strength. So that sounds like three good value propositions to me. All right. So those are that we're halfway through already. Those are the first two tracks, right? So our third track is engineering, and that has a couple of modules. So tell our viewers a little bit about what they could expect from engineering and what values they receive.
In the engineering track, that's broken up into two different modules. One module will be just the DRO, peak planning, scheduling drivers, the kind of the nuts and bolts in that part. Obviously, making sure you put out the right amount of trucks day in and day out for volume fluctuations, whether it's going up or down, and how to manage the operations daily through that part of the engineering. The second part of the module is actual teaching P&D methods, so delivery methods. How to do a good observation ride and a correct observation ride when you're out on the road with the drivers, what to teach them, how to work the back of the truck, how to be, safe on the road, but very efficient while they're out on the road. What this does, it provides not only the right amount of vehicles out on the road every day to be profitable, but also the drivers will be more efficient in what they're doing because they'll be using the right proper methods.
Okay. So it'll benefit the whole company because the driver's frustration will be going down, right? The BC's frustration will be going down, and they'll enjoy working for that AO. And again, I'm hearing increased profitability, right? Because of learning how the engineering will reduce their costs.
Absolutely. Reducing costs by putting the right amount of vehicles on the road with the right amount of packages, and the drivers doing it in the right methods. That will reduce not only the driver frustration, but everybody along the line, and increase the profitability like we just spoke of.
Okay. So that's the engineering track. So that's the first three. So the fourth and final one is, but not least important, it's just the fourth track is called compliance, safety, and maintenance. So talk to us a little bit about those modules.
Well, obviously we got to be compliant, right? And safety is a big factor, not only in your relationship and your company's relationship outside with the public, but also with your contractual obligations with FedEx. So what we try to do is we go through proper pre-trips, proper safety ride-alongs, proper maintenance records, and proper ways to take care of any time you might be out in an audit, either from internally from a FedEx, from the a contract perspective, or if you're on the road and you're stopped by DOT, what do we do in an audit, and then what should your drivers have? And every part of aspects, or every aspect of safety, we cover in those next 2 days. And the maintenance as well, because that's another important cost, and can be, if we're not taking care of the problems up front and the drivers aren't reporting them as they should be, then little problems turn into big ones and can be very costly very quickly. Okay,
so compliance, the value is that there'll be more time because they'll learn how to pass it the first time right, not have to redo it. They'll catch problems earlier, I think is what you said, right? For the money for growth. And again, I'm hearing driver turnover being reduced.
Absolutely. It will lower your overall maintenance costs because you'll be catching the problems early, like we talked about. Drivers will do the proper pre-trips and post-trips when they're out and back, and also be able to handle DOT audits. As a company, you'll be able to handle an audit or be able to present the documents needed for a FedEx audit for your contract. And then it will also reduce turnover because you'll keep the vehicle safe, and drivers like to be in good, strong equipment.
All right. And in case our viewers don't know where these seminars, modules, and the tracks are being held, where are they?
Well, they're going to be located in Tampa, Florida. We've got a great location downtown, lots of great things to do around after the class is over, and some great restaurants and Riverwalk, and a lot of great stuff to do in downtown Tampa. You can check us out at tba.arlo.co. And you can get signed up there, and we're excited to get started. We're starting actually very shortly, and we'll be running classes and seminars throughout the whole year.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike, for agreeing to be my co-host for this new podcast that we're going to be doing on a regular basis. And thank you to our viewers, and look forward to more episodes of this podcast. Thank you for being a part of it.